My name is Paul Verdell. I am a painter from Detroit, Michigan, and my works generally are abstraction works through painting. Painting actually started later in my life. I've always drawn, but painting came later when I went to school. I started getting my bachelor's at 25. I didn't really know what I had wanted to do in life, and then I went to school. I went to Bowling Green State University, and the first class that I had taken was a painting class called Contemporary Concepts in Painting. And I took that class and I was like, yep, I know what I want to do for the rest of my life. And yeah, I think that that was really where a lot of it started, was the going to school and then being able to have my own studio and just continue that practice. Really, Pelagic Gesture comes from these works being kind of like memories from, my time in Senegal. And I had this studio and I could look outside we had these giant windows, and I could look outside the window and I could see like vast horizons of the ocean. So a lot of these are coming from memories of that experience. Even though I took photos, these works aren't from photo. I like to kind of dive deep into my memory banks and get more of an emotion or a feeling while I'm painting, rather than trying to copy something that I saw. One of my first solo shows that I did with Library Street was called 40 Acres, and that comes from the promise 40 acres and a mule, which was a promise after slavery in the United States that each person who is a free person would get 40 acres and a mule, and that never happened. And I think about that a lot as far as like how I write my story. The Black experience isn't like always the same. So for me, I had to really find something that made more sense to me as an artist. And even through my figurative works, I can definitely tell that I wanted to go outside of the line. If I had a coloring book as a kid, I would go outside the lines. I wouldn't want to color inside the lines all the time. So I think that that's where abstraction really hit me. I'm finding process, and for me, the process is more exciting. It's frustrating, but it's exciting. Gruesome Waters took, forever. It took a long time for me to really be happy with it. The thing that I liked about using the oil sticks with these as well is I started to really just make a lot of texture. So even when I wasn't happy with the work, I was happy to create mounds of texture onto this canvas. With One Hitter Quitter, that piece, I really just came into the studio one day and made that work and looked at it, and I was like, I don't want to touch this. I think that this is fine. And I think having that restraint is very powerful, because there's always something you want to change in the work. You don't want it to be too overworked. You always have these options in your head when you're making paintings, and you run out of those options. Sometimes it's like, okay, this one's done.